Have you ever pondered our role in the future of our planet? As we stand at the brink of tomorrow, gazing at the horizon of what's yet to come, we find ourselves at a crossroads. A defining crossroads where the paths we choose to tread today will not only etch the lines of our history but also dictate the very conditions for our survival. This crossroads is not a simple junction of choices but a complex web of possibilities and consequences. It's a moment in time that demands our attention, our awareness, and most importantly, our action. For we are standing on the brink of the future, where the decisions we make, the actions we take, and the paths we follow will reverberate through the chronicles of time. We are the pioneers of this era, the first generation to truly feel the impact of climate change. We are the witnesses to the dramatic shifts in our environment, the rising temperatures, the melting ice caps, the raging forest fires, and the devastating floods. But we are not just witnesses, we are the actors on this global stage, the ones who can still influence the plot. Yes, we are also the last generation that can do something about it, the last line of defense against a future marred by environmental catastrophe. It's not a role that we asked for, but it's a role that we must embrace nonetheless. The technology at our disposal, the resources within our reach, and the sum of our collective knowledge are greater than ever before. We have the tools to make a difference, to change our course, to choose a different path. Yet despite all our advancements, our planet is bearing the brunt of our actions. Our air, once fresh and invigorating, now carries the weight of pollution. Our forests, once lush and teeming with life, stand silent and barren. Our oceans, once vibrant and full of wonder, are choked with waste. Our wildlife, once diverse and abundant, dwindles day by day. Our planet groans under the weight of our excesses. Our air, our forests, our oceans, and our wildlife cry out for relief. The time for action isn't tomorrow. It is now. As we stand on the edge of a new era, we find ourselves in a race against time. Every tick of the clock, each passing moment, the cost of inaction grows. The consequences of our delay are not just financial, they are existential. We are not merely postponing solutions to a problem. We are shrinking the window for meaningful change. Picture, if you will, a sand glass. The grains of sand slipping through the narrow middle represent the precious time we have left to act. Each grain that falls, each second that passes, narrows our chances of reversing the damage we've inflicted upon our planet. We are in a race, not against each other, but against time itself. Every day that we fail to act, we gamble with our planet's life support systems. We roll the dice on the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil that feeds us. We stake our forests, our oceans, our wildlife. We risk the delicate balance of our ecosystems, the intricate web of life that sustains us and countless other species. Consider this: we are not just risking our own lives, but those of future generations. Our children, our grandchildren, they will inherit the world we leave behind. The decisions we make today, the actions we take or fail to take, will dictate the conditions of their survival. Imagine a world where every breath is a struggle, where clean water is a luxury, where fertile soil is a distant memory. That is the world we risk creating with our inaction. That is the world we risk bequeathing to our descendants. The stakes are monumental, a gamble with our planet's life support systems. We are not just playing for ourselves, we are playing for all life on Earth. We are playing for the very future of our civilization. It's time to stop rolling the dice. It's time to take control of the game. It's time to act. The time for action isn't tomorrow, it is now. The stakes are monumental, a gamble with our planet's life support systems, the ecosystems that sustain human civilization. Now imagine redirecting the global military expenditure, a staggering $2.2 trillion in a single year, toward healing our planet. Just imagine if we could harness this mammoth sum, not for the machinery of war, but for the machinery of recovery. Picture, if you will, the world's mightiest armies not fighting against each other, but working together to fight against the common enemy that is climate change. What if we could marshal this massive resource to fuel the engines of clean energy, to power our homes, our cities, our industries, without poisoning the air we breathe and the water we drink? The potential is staggering. Wind, solar, hydro, geothermal, these are the weapons we need in our arsenal, not guns, tanks, and missiles. Visualize the possibilities of carbon reduction technologies. Imagine machines that could scrub the atmosphere clean, absorbing the excess carbon dioxide and giving us back the clear, clean air our grandparents used to enjoy. Envision a world where we don't just talk about sustainability, we live it. A world where every single person has a chance at a sustainable life, where we recycle not because it's trendy, but because it's necessary, where we conserve not because we have to, but because we want to, where we live in harmony with nature, not at its expense. Think about the potential of green jobs, of industries devoted to healing, not harming our planet. The economic growth, the innovation, the opportunities, they are limitless. Imagine a world where the most powerful nations lead not by the size of their armies, but by the strength of their commitment to our planet, where the mightiest weapon is not a nuclear bomb, but a tree planted, a solar panel installed, a river cleaned. Picture investing in a future that powers without polluting, draws down carbon, and gives every person a chance at a sustainable life. This is not just a dream, this is a vision we can turn into reality, a future we can choose. But it all starts with a decision, a redirection. The choice is ours. The time is now. This is a call to arms, not of weapons, but of willpower and dedication. We find ourselves standing shoulder to shoulder at the precipice of a world in need. The cry is not for the clashing of swords, but for the rallying of resolve. It echoes across borders, reaching out to every nation, every community, every individual. The steps we take may seem small, but they are mighty in their collective impact. It begins with embracing sustainable practices, the kind that nurture rather than deplete, the kind that understands the value of balance, of give and take. This is not a one-time act, but a lifestyle, a commitment to a way of being that respects our home, this planet. And then we must demand action from our leaders. We are not mere spectators in the theater of life. We are the directors, the scriptwriters, the actors. Our voices hold power, and it is time we wield it. Call upon those who lead you. Demand they prioritize the health of our world over the wealth of a few. Investing in renewable energy is not a risk. It is a guarantee of a future that powers its cities not with the relics of the past, but with the promise of the sun, the wind, the waves. It is a promise of a world that runs on clean fuel, where the air we breathe is purer and our footsteps lighter. Education is the seed of change. Nurture the minds of the young with knowledge and wisdom. Teach them not just to live, but to live responsibly. Protect the vulnerable, those at the margins, for their survival is our survival. Preserve biodiversity, the tapestry of life that enriches our world with its myriad colors, shapes, and forms. Reduce, reuse, recycle. 3 simple words that hold the key to a more sustainable world. Every plastic saved, every paper reused, every can recycled is a victory. Every action counts. The power to shape the future is in your collective hands. We must set aside the differences that divide us, geographic, political, economic, and unite under the banner of humanity. As we stand at this pivotal juncture, we are called to look beyond the borders that separate us, to see not a world fragmented by division, but a global community, interconnected, interdependent, and united in purpose. In this era of unprecedented challenges, we are reminded of our shared destiny. The climate crisis, the loss of biodiversity, the threat to our natural resources, these are not isolated issues. They are interconnected threads in the tapestry of our existence, and they require a united front. We must recognize that our strength lies in our diversity. Each one of us in every corner of the globe brings a unique perspective, a unique set of skills, a unique voice to the table. By harnessing this collective power, we can turn the tide. We can transform our world. Imagine a future where we embrace a culture of cooperation, where we prioritize compassion over competition, where collective action is the norm rather than the exception. This is not a utopian dream. It's a tangible reality within our reach. We are called to be the architects of this new world, to lead the movement towards a sustainable future, to rally our communities, our cities, our countries in a global effort to protect and preserve our planet, to speak out loud and clear for the world we want to see. This is a call to action, a call to rise above the noise, to step up, to take responsibility. Each one of us has a role to play, whether it's making sustainable choices in our daily lives, advocating for environmental policies, or investing in clean and renewable energy. Every action counts. The time to act is now. Be the change. Lead the movement. Rally your community. Speak out. The power to shape the future is in your collective hands. We have a golden opportunity to write a new chapter in the story of humanity. a chapter marked by unity, resilience, and hope. For the world we save will be our own. Thanks for watching. Remember, through these tough times, remain strong and don't stop fighting for the greater good.